You're listening to a production of SportsLink Digital Radio.
Off of the heels of a historic midweek matchup on Tuesday against Purdue-Fort Wayne, Rich Maloney and his squad are back to work against their Mid-American Conference rival. It's the red-hot Ball State Cardinals hosting the Toledo Rockets. Good afternoon, folks. I'm Roen Elbert. I'm taking you all the way solo today. And man, I'm excited for this matchup. I'm not a meteorologist, but the way that wind is blowing, boy oh boy do I love it. Blowing out to the left hard, which if you don't know, that is grounds for a high-scoring day here at Shebeck Stadium. Your matchup here, the Ball State Cardinals and the Toledo Rockets. Let's look into this Rockets team. First off, for Toledo, 5-10 on the season, 1-2 in MAC play. They picked up their lone MAC win against the lone MAC team they played all year, Miami of Ohio, managed by Rob Reinstedel. It's been a very up and down season for Toledo. They defeated number 12 Oregon earlier this season, one of their first games of the season. However, been very up and down since then. They're batting .212 as a team. It's a matter of revenge for them because remember, last season the Cardinals ended their season in the MAC tournament. Toledo just barely squeaked in as that 6th seed. The Cardinals were the final team the Rockets played. They played twice in that MAC tournament, Ball State beating them both times. Toledo hasn't won here at Shebeck Stadium going all the way back to 2021. They're looking to do something they haven't done in over 4 years, which is win here in Muncie, and they have 3 opportunities. Well, in the way I like to view it, they have 3 strikes to do so this weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, weekend series here at Shebeck Stadium. If you can't make it out today, I highly encourage you to get out tomorrow or Sunday. I was talking to head coach Rich Maloney for the Ball State Cardinals before the game, and he was saying the weather should be interesting with the winds. It's going to be different pretty much every day. And that got me thinking. I think Rich Maloney, had he not gotten to baseball head coaching, which he's incredible at, one of the greatest of all time, I think he'd make a great meteorologist. But that's just me. Let's look into the starting pitcher today for the Toledo Rockets, and that is Jacob Tabor. Tabor was their ace last year, and honestly, he still is their guy. A sophomore, he was second team All-MAC last year as a freshman. Absolutely insane. 3.5 ERA last season, only 14 earned runs to his name. However, this season it's been very up and down. A 7.98 ERA, an 0-2 record. He started 4 games, only going a combined 14 games, or 14 innings, I should say, in those 4 starts, which is not great. And in 14 innings has allowed 13 earned runs. The walks have been an issue as well. 8 walks in 14 innings. Jacob Tabor looking to get back on track against the Ball State Cardinals. Easier said than done. Now, on a more positive note, let's talk about the Ball State Cardinals, which, man, what a hot start they're off to. 12-5, 3-0 in MAC play, sweeping Western Michigan, and 6 wins in a row for the Cardinals. Doesn't get much better than that, honestly. And with Ball State, it's so great for them to be put in this position because 1-7 to start MAC play last year. They had to fight all the way back, 17-5 in MAC play throughout the rest of the stretch to get into the MAC tournament as the 3 seed. Rich Maloney and his squad, they haven't really dug a hole for themselves to climb out of. Not at all. Undefeated in the MAC so far. Starting pitcher on the day for the Cardinals, your reigning MAC pitcher of the week. That is the one and only Keegan Johnson, posting a 2.9 ERA, 3-0 record, 4 starts. He's been the Friday guy most of the season. That could change as we get further into conference play, but for now, Keegan Johnson is the main Friday guy for these Cardinals. MAC pitcher of the week, like I mentioned, he threw over 7 innings against Western Michigan, only allowing 4 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, and striking out 8 batters. So, Keegan Johnson against Jacob Tabor. Right now, we're looking at the best versus the best on each squad, and it's very exciting to watch if you're a Cardinals fan or a Rockets fan. So much to be excited for with this matchup. We're going to take it to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. You're listening to Ball State Baseball on SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, Papergo toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
From the bell tower to your smartphone, anywhere in the world.
Never miss Ball State Sports with SportsLink Digital.
Back from Shebeck Stadium, we're about to get underway for this Mid-American Conference matchup between the Ball State Cardinals and the Toledo Rockets. Wind blowing heavily to the left, a recipe for success possibly for both teams. Let's go over the starting lineups. First for the Cardinals, batting leadoff, the third baseman Alex Richter. Richter, 3 straight home games with a home run. Should be interesting to see if he can continue that streak against Toledo. Batting second, it's the DH, Houston King, the former Kentucky Wildcat. Batting third, he's on a tear, Dylan Grego at shortstop. Had a solo home run in the last game. Looking to continue the hot start to the season. He has been playing at an all-MAC level. You can't deny it. Batting fourth in the cleanup spot for the Cardinals, playing second base, Nick Hosoveski. Batting fifth right behind him at first base, it's Blake Beavis. We saw him start in right field in the last game and move over to first towards the end. Batting right behind him in the 7 hole, it is Corbin Griffin out in left field. Batting fifth, Garrett Arnold catching. He caught at the very end of the last game as we moved towards that part. Clay Jacobs batting 8th in right field. And 9th in center field, it's Gavin Bayless. And the starting pitcher on the day is Keegan Johnson for the Cardinals. Now for the Toledo Rockets, Caden Konzak to lead us off out in right field, the senior batting .245 for Toledo. And then you go more youthful in the second spot with Charlie Chauvin, the shortstop, a sophomore who became the team's primary shortstop last year as a freshman. Batting third, the third baseman Troy Sudbrook, redshirt sophomore. Batting cleanup, a guy who has been a highlight reel, a walking highlight reel for the Toledo Rockets. In left field, it's Luke Walton, has SportsCenter top 10 play a few weeks back. Batting fifth, the catcher Braden White behind the dish for Toledo. Batting sixth, Luke Lido out in center field, the former Kansas Jayhawk, also a former LSU Tiger. Luke Lido in his senior year, in his final season at the collegiate level. It's wild just how many places he's been. He has been all over the place. It's very interesting. Batting seventh, the current leader in batting average for the Rockets, the first baseman, the sophomore, Cole Cahill. Batting eighth, the DH today, Brandon Lusick. And rounding it out in the 9th spot, playing second base, it's the sophomore, J.P. Wagner. Starting pitcher today, Jacob Tabor. Those are your lineups for both the Cardinals and the Rockets as we are about to get underway from Shebeck Stadium and what promises to be, at the very least, an exciting start to a 3-game weekend series between the Cardinals and the Rockets. You can't beat home baseball right here at Shebeck Stadium. We'll be right back. You're listening to Ball State Baseball on SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least one Mammoth from Mancino's.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has a new, better flavor. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
Standards. High standards. That's what sets teams apart. It's also what sets us apart at Pridemark Construction. We're not alone in holding our standards high. Ball State University is among those who do. That's why we're proud to sponsor the Ball State Athlete of the Week. High standards in everyday performance is everything in sport, as well as business. Join us in our pursuit of excellence. Join Pridemark Construction for your next building project and in our support of Ball State University's Athlete of the Week.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
SportsLink is the official production partner of Ball State Athletics.
All the chirp you can handle.
Back from Shebeck Stadium, we are just set for first pitch between the Ball State Cardinals and the Toledo Rockets. I'm Roen Elbert, narrating the action today. Keegan Johnson on the mound for the Cardinals, a 2.92 ERA to his name so far this season, the reigning MAC Pitcher of the Week for very good reason, only allowing 1 earned run through 7 innings against Western Michigan, striking out 8. And remember, Western Michigan, although not the start to the season that they want, reigning MAC champions right there. Keegan Johnson, the 3 pitches I'm really looking at for him. You like that fastball, you like that changeup. Those are great. However, the slider, that is his bread and butter right there. Leading off for Toledo is Caden Konzak, the senior right fielder. Ball State wearing their white jerseys, the red pinstripes with the red lettering, red hat. Toledo wearing their gray uniforms with blue lettering, the blue helmets. As we are just about to get underway from Shebeck Stadium, a mostly sunny day, a few clouds in the sky, and we've talked about the wind quite a bit already, but I'm going to say it again, blowing out to the left heavily. We'll see how many of these guys can take one out for a ride, I should say. The Cardinals in that last game, 2 home runs against Purdue Fort Wayne, ended up winning 13-10. Could be another high-scoring affair on our hands. As we compare the team stats for the Cardinals, you're looking at a 283 team batting average, which is absurd, but a 6.0 opponent ERA, which coincides with that, and a team ERA of 5.32. The team ERAs match fairly much. Toledo at 5.83, Toledo at 212 team batting average. Caden Konzak steps into the box, the left-handed batter, against the lefty pitcher in Keegan Johnson. Deep breath. Now the first pitch. Goes with the fastball right down Broadway for strike one. Konzak, one of 3 team captains for Toledo. 0-1 from Johnson. Goes back to the slider. It misses low and away into the opposite batter's box. To his catcher, Garrett Arnold. What a season he's had. 1-1 the count. Johnson, kick, pitch. Tries to go back to the breaking pitch. Again, misses low and away. Unable to connect with the slider. 2 balls, 1 strike for Keegan Johnson. At third base, Richter for the Cardinals playing more in. Everybody else back towards the edge of the infield dirt. 2-1 pitch is able to sneak in on the right side of the strike zone just past Konzak. 2-2 the count. Johnson had 8 Ks in the last outing against Western Michigan. 2-2. Goes back to the slider, misses low and away. Full count already. Johnson, he only walked 1 batter against Western Michigan, looking to avoid a leadoff walk here against Konzak with a 377 on base. The 3-2. Chopper over to third base. Richter collects it, sends it to first. 1 up, 1 down for Keegan Johnson and the Cardinals. Konzak was second in batting average for these Rockets, so not encouraging for head coach Rob Reinstedel and his squad. Now Charlie Chauvin up next, the shortstop, a sophomore. What he has done in his young career for Toledo, it's astounding. The fact that last year he was already their primary shortstop speaks volumes. First pitch. Goes with the fastball, sneaks right inside the zone at the knees of Chauvin, the right-handed batter. Chauvin coming from Voluntary Orange High School out in Ohio. One of 3 players on Toledo's roster to go there. The 0-1. Hammered out deep in the air to right center field, going back, and it lands right as it bent towards the foul pole. A single for Chauvin. Clay Jacobs' hat flying off as he was trying to get a hold of that ball. So Charlie Chauvin, he gets aboard with a base hit, batting .229 on the season. Did not matter to him. Now up, it's Troy Sudbrook out at third base. Left-handed batter. It's lefty on lefty. Looks at first, now fires. Slider catches the zone on the outside part and low. 0-1 quickly for Johnson. With Chauvin on first. 1 away in the top of the first. No score. Johnson looks over. Now delivers. Goes to the changeup. Just misses outside. Johnson, really a 3-pitch guy with that changeup, fastball, slider. If he can connect on that slider, oh boy. 1-1. Shows bunt. Gets away from Arnold on the left side. It's outside on the opposite batter's box. Sudbrook showed bunt. Arnold was quickly able to collect it before Chauvin could take off. 2-1 the count for Keegan Johnson on Troy Sudbrook, the third baseman for the Rockets. The 2-1 fastball misses low. Few fans wanted a strike there. 3-1, Sudbrook batting below 100 on the season, however, a 154 on base. The 3-1.